Hello and welcome to Finals Day at the 17th staging of the Sudirman Cup, the World Mixed Team Championships. And for a third time, China, the defending champions, are going to play against Japan in the final. Well, the order of play for today, it's all going to get underway in about 30 minutes time. But Morten and I are calling the final today. The order of play is absolutely vital, isn't it? We're starting with men's doubles, and I think there's a surprise for China. He Jiting and Zhao Haodong, they were selected against Denmark and they lost against Denmark, but they're up against the World Championship silver medalists, Hoki and Kobayashi. This could be vital.
It's a very vital match. All five of them obviously are, but the men's double starting off is quite crucial. And as you rightly pointed out, the Chinese combination, they lost to Denmark. And yesterday in the semi-final, the Japanese combination, they beat So Woo-yik and Aaron Cha of Malaysia in a very, very fine match. And Kobayashi, he was playing extremely well. I think this is looking like a Japanese win.
My goodness, that's a bold statement.
It's very bold, starting off Sunday morning. Let's do it.
So after that, of course, it's the women's singles, and we've got the Olympic champion Chen Yufei. She's won all her matches so far against Akane Yamaguchi, who, of course, has been a World Championship medalist as well. This will be the 19th meeting between these two players. Yamaguchi actually has the advantage in the head-to-head, but the last two occasions they met, it was Chen Yufei who won.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, I would say Chen Yufei is the favourite to win. But yes, she has done well, I think, here in the Sudirman Cup in the early rounds, in the early matches. But she has already also played 3 games in some of her matches that I did not expect her to do. So I honestly think that if Yamaguchi is playing to her best, I think she's standing a fairly good chance of winning as well.
Do you think anything tactically that we should be looking out for? Because I see this as really possibly the match of the day.
I think one of the things is the physical aspect of it. Yamaguchi has been surviving very easily in her matches, where Chen Yufei have had to work very hard, first against Blickfeld and then also yesterday against Ang Se-yong. So she's been having to work quite hard in her early matches, and I think the physical aspect can come into play.
Yeah, with Yamaguchi winning all of her matches in 2 straight games,
exactly.
That could be a very important point. Next up will be men's singles. Shi Uchi against Kento Momota, the reigning world champion. But he lost yesterday. He's been playing a lot of matches. I think it was only the first match in the group where he wasn't selected. I think he's played every match since.
I think that could possibly be the downfall of the
Really?
Japanese team, that Kento Momota has played so many matches. He had to work very hard against Zhou in the quarterfinal, and yesterday he worked really hard against Li Sijia as well, and won 1, lost 1. I think he could be running out of steam. He looked very tired yesterday towards the end of the match against Li Sijia, and whether he has recovered or not is a little bit of a trick. We don't know. However, I want to add on, Shi Uchi is playing a little bit like a seesaw. Sometimes he's playing really well, other times not so well. And he's got, of course, have to find his A game.
Yes, and of course against Denmark he lost in 2 straight games,
yes.
But needed 3 games in the semi-final. So perhaps both of them have the same physical sort of downside, that they played so much in the tournament, so perhaps it will even itself out. Are you suggesting that perhaps earlier on in the tournament that Nishimoto could have taken some matches instead of Kento Momota?
Yes, I know, of course, it's very easy to say in hindsight and what we've seen, but I think they could have rested Momota in one crucial match, perhaps against Chinese Taipei. It was a tough match, 21-17 in the third and final game against Zhou. I think that did a lot of damage to Momota.
I think he said in his post-match interview that he felt his legs were heavy after playing Cho Tien-chen. Anyway, let's hope we get down to the 4th and 5th matches, because of course in the knockout stage and of course in the final, once the tie is decided, any other matches are not contested.
Yes.
But we very much hope we have all 5. That would be wonderful, because the women's doubles, we have the former world champions and Olympic silver medalists, Chen Xingcheng and Jia Yifan, up against a partnership that's untried and untested really in international competition. They played 1 match so far in the campaign, and that is the reigning world champion Matsumoto with the former Olympic champion Matsutomo.
Yes.
How do you see that one going?
I of course saw the match China played against Malaysia yesterday. I was calling that match, and the Japanese combination, they had some issues on their understanding between them. They had some misunderstandings and so on. The Malaysian pair, the young pair, they fought like I've never seen anything like it. They were on the floor the whole time. It was wonderful to watch. I think they sort of exposed the Japanese pair a bit, and I possibly think that the fact that the Chinese pair, Chen Xingcheng and Jia Yifan, are established, that they play together, they don't have the same kind of misunderstandings, I think that could work in favour of China.
So you're favouring China there, which means hopefully it will come down to the 5th and final match. We have the Olympic champions Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping up against the Olympic bronze medalists Watanabe and Higashino. Now this will be the 12th meeting between them. Of the previous 11, the Japanese pair have only won once.
Yeah. I think, again, this is a personal point of view, but I think that it's really, really nice when the Olympic champions are playing as Olympic champions. And I think Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping are really keeping the level. They've been playing very well in this tournament.
They have.
And hats off for that. And I think they're favourites to win.
Well, let's hope it does come down to a 5th and final match of the Sudirman Cup final. It's all going to get underway very, very shortly. Do join us then. Bye for now.
Here I am in the warm-up arena where players will be making their final preparations before stepping onto court. Now you'll see a whole host of different approaches to warming up out here, from treatment with physios to activations to the usual knock-up and physical movement. But you'll also see some quieter moments where players maybe stop for a little prayer, speak to their partner, or a little fist bump with their coach. Out here, a lot will be going through their mind about what's about to happen on court. Maybe a few nerves, a little bit of realisation of the moment, but also that determination and hunger to succeed when they step onto court. And this is it, where the players will be stepping out to be greeted by the roar of their teams in the crowd and the sight of the incredible Sudirman Cup. There are just a small number of team events in the badminton calendar, and arguably this is the most prestigious of them all. Now, you are not just playing for yourself in a team event, you are playing for your entire country and your teammates, so there's an added pressure to that one. There is also a big dynamic to think about. If you are the first match on, you want to get that point on the board for your team and get the momentum. With just 3 matches needed to win, momentum is a huge part in team events. Also, if you are 4th or 5th match on, you don't know if you're actually going to play. So do you sit in the stands, use all your energy going mad and cheering, get that adrenaline pumping, or do you hide away and quietly prepare for your match as if you were definitely going to play? I would probably choose the latter, but I'm very excited to see how all the teams go about it today.
Introducing the new Badminton For You app. It's your one-stop shop for everything badminton. Receive live scores as they happen and access to real-time match center data. Plus, get all the latest badminton news in a flash. You also have top video highlights and all of it in one convenient location. Never miss your favorite player again. Personalize the app to suit you and get the badminton content that you love, including notifications when your favorite player is on court. Get regular updates on draws, calendars, and tournament information. Follow every minute of every match. Badminton For You, just a touch away. Available in all app stores now.
Follow your favorite badminton players like me at the new Badminton for You app. Download now.